What is creative education about and why is it important? UNESCO has this definition of creativity, the 4 pillars of creativity: learning to know, acquiring knowledge, learning to do, some technical skills, learning to be, discovering who you are and how you function, and learning to live together, understanding how you fit in society. Now, most schools are concentrated on learning to know, getting some knowledge and a few technical skills, and it's not enough in education. We've got to help young people discover who they are, what their potential is, to have the independence and autonomy to believe in their capacity to make a difference in the world, and to learn how to live with other people. So we developed a program in England which focused on finding out how you do that, how you teach young people to be, and how you teach young people to live together. And we found the most powerful way of doing this was getting them to work with artists. It's not arts education in itself, because learning arts history is just like learning any other history. It's a knowledge system, and you learn how to manage knowledge, and that's interesting. You know a little bit about the history of your country, and that's interesting. It's not teaching you how to be, it's not teaching you how to live together. And it's artists working with young people who are able to do this, not by being teachers in the classroom, but by being artists in the classroom and working with young people to create spaces in which they're able to learn who they are and where they fit in society. And this is the most powerful form of education. Once we discovered that it was artists who had this effect, who were able to do this in education, we have started to focus on how do we support them best to be able to do that. And the Creative Partnerships program around the world helps train artists and other things like that. But what we also realized is we needed to create a platform where they could share experience. The experience didn't need to be mediated by us. It needed to be a place where they could go, I've done this, I'm wondering about this, have you seen this, where can I learn about this, amongst themselves. Because if we could build a big international learning community of all these artists who are working in this way, then we will create a very powerful force in education, who between them will really make a huge difference to millions of young people's lives around the country. So ICEnet is the platform that we've been developing for artists. It's not ours, it's theirs. We're trying to put in place the infrastructure which makes it possible for them to come together, to share their experiences and to learn together. We found that there was a big demand for this, because as we work in different countries, these creative practitioners and artists that we work with want to know more about what's happening in other countries, what other artists are doing, how other artists have solved particular problems, and so on and so forth. And in particular, a couple of years ago, we did a conference in Brussels in which artists came from all over Europe at their own expense and said, we think this is really important, where can we share, where can we learn, what can we do to make that happen? So we said, well, we'll put in place with a small group of partners a platform that makes that networking possible, and as a result, ICEnet was born.